Hare Krishna, my pranam. Hier, ich habe ein Video gefunden, wie ich zu Srila Gurudeva Narayana Goswami Maharaj gekommen bin. Ich teile den Bildschirm und teile diesen Ausschnitt des Videos.
Okay, so now we move over from the UK to Germany, to another beautiful devotee and my god sister and a beautiful darling daughter of Srila Gurudeva. Hari Mohini Didi met the devotees in 1983, and in 2005, I think it is, she met with Srila Gurudeva, and in the same year she received Harinam from Srila Gurudeva. For many years she's been translating Gurudev's books into German language, so she has been doing that as seva for many years, and she's someone that just wants to encourage everyone to join the mission and to spread the love of Srila Gurudeva and Guru Varga throughout not just Germany, but throughout the world. So with great pleasure, I would like to invite our next speaker, Srimati Hari Mohini Didi from Germany, to come and offer her Pushpanjali. Dandavat Pranam Didi.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Yashodhari Didi. Is sound okay like this? Okay. I offer my humble obeisances. Om Agyana Timirandasya Dhyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Gurave Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadavaktaya Namo Namaha Vandeham Sri Guroh Sri Uttapadakamalam Sri Guroh Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatham Vitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parishana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitangscha. Hare Krishna. My pranams also to you, Hare Krishna, my pranams, and yeah. This centennial of Srila Gurudeva has impact on me. It's very nice because it's fulfilling one desire, one of many desires, which I had a long time, because especially your program here, because I tell you, in Germany there is one in YouTube, there is one channel from a Christian group, and they are interviewing. They make a speech, they make conversation from one interviewer and one person, and with the same question: how did you come to Jesus Christ, or how did you come to believe to God? And it's really amazing. So sometimes I'm looking to this, or I have looked into this, and I was thinking, wow, it's so amazing. And the most criminal people how they come to God, and the most fallen people, and also other people, middle criminals, middle also. And one thing they had the same, if one could say like this, one thing they have the same, like how they all spoke about how when they prayed in some way or other, how light came to them, how they received their prayer, or the result of their prayer, they received God or Jesus Christ like light, so much light and warmth, and they felt so, my English very poor, but they felt so home. And this incident Actually, it's only one incident they got, yes? And this incident takes them through their whole life. They will never forget. And I was thinking, wow, I'm amazed, you know? But then thinking, I was thinking, you know what? They receive life with all my respect, you know, they receive it as him, God or Christ, as light. But we receive him, as I hear from you all, we receive God and the mercy of God as a person in front of us and giving us, who's speaking to us the truth of the absolute and giving us mantra, which are so, as Yashodanandan said in the beginning so beautifully, how these mantras have everything inside in a seed form and the whole everything inside these small mantras. You know, you understand what I was, the difference, you know, the light, it's somehow attractive, you know, and I felt a little bit ashamed because I was thinking, oh my God, I also want this light, you know, and this feeling like, and this, then I was thinking, Hare Krishna, what I'm thinking, you know, I cannot complain on my, how Gurudev took me, yes. So this is the difference, you know, they receive light and and faith also, faith who takes them through their life. It's amazing, you know, but still they have no principle. They don't go to so much 100% principles, but my respect. And then I can see how it is step by step and step by step and over lives and lives and lives and lives and lives. And as Lalita Dasi today is saying, you know, from very deep, dark clouds and coming to Gurudev, like she was telling. But actually, this was just a cover, completely covered, but there must have been many, many lives that she already had contact with Krishna consciousness in this way, with this personal Guru and Guru Tattva. Even she developed slowly later. But I find it really important also, this respect, and this gives me respect to the whole process, how to come to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and to his messengers in person, who by Krishna's mercy and also by Guru's mercy come in front of us in person, in human-like form, that we can receive this, that we can perceive God. And actually, when we what we hear from others, they say, I want to speak with God, you know, can he speak with me? Can I speak with him? And yes, the Vaishnavas, those who are coming from there, and we can speak with God, you know. And then one thing is, I find it always funny, but also so true, that the lotus feet of God, Vishnupad, Om Vishnupadaya, you know, Vishnupad, Vishnu who is everywhere, and Vishnupad, the feet of those of who is everywhere, and the feet of this Vishnu or Krishna, the feet can speak also. Krishna's feet can speak. And in the same way, also Sri Gurudev's feet, Gurudev's lotus feet, they can speak. I realize this is my kind of understanding, and that's what I realize, what I recognize. They can speak, and they have also face. Again, they have face, because there's not anything merging or something, you know, not anything merging, but everyone very individual, always, forever individual. Nothing is merging. So when the feet of Sri Vishnu speaking, this is a whole personality. And when taking shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Gurudeva, this is again a whole personality. Yeah. Okay. And two questions, huh? How I came to Krishna consciousness and how, and memory of Gurudev. What he's giving, you know, I can think about in time, this is also very, very important, very interesting. Oh, I want to say also about this centennial program here. One desire of mine was that I want to know of everyone of my family, of my god sisters and god brothers. I want to know, I want to listen from everyone, because I didn't listen from anyone since 10 years, 15 years we have been together, and I only listened from, you know, local Sangha, from 1 to maximum 3 persons. And I said, that is strange, you know, I know them 10 years, and in between the Mahaprasad, taking Mahaprasad, we speak, you know, with a full mouth, with this, wow, you're doing all nice, next time we see us each other again, you know, and on the festival, we will see us again, you know, on festival with Sri Gurudev, Acharya Guru, for example. I have no any time to meet my god sisters and god brothers. And on Sunday feast also, there is one speaker. And then we sing, and as I said, in the Mahaprasad we speak with each other, which I don't like at all. Actually, I'm also speaking. That time I also spoke because too much pressure, you know, too much urge to speak. But inside I don't like, because this is not like accepting prasadam and honoring prasadam. And as I learned from the Bengali, from the Vaishnavas from Bengal, they don't like it, and they don't do it. So like this, what I want to say. And now through this program, I can't listen. I'm sorry, I want to apologize. I'm not present there. It's so nice then when some audience is there, because without audience you cannot, it's harder to speak. Actually, I speak to the walls, that's no problem. But it's nice, the audience, but I couldn't, I was, I always looked at this program in evening time, at night time. So, but I like very much to listen from each and every one, and I called it like the bouquet of flowers. And that was really a very, very urgent desire that I can listen from everyone, and that it is a lack of that I cannot listen. So Yashodhari, I was writing to you, and sorry, I have to correct you. You didn't say it correctly. So I want to say I met the devotees from ISKCON 1983. I was 19 years old, and just there was some missing. So I'm saying this, and I got the Bhagavad Gita, and that was amazing. And I also got one lassi. I had not time enough, I had to return, but I got one lassi. And this was not from this world, this lassi. That was what I was recognizing. It was not from this world. I flew down the stairs from this lassi and from the whole program. I didn't understand anything. Also, I smoked marijuana before. And but after this lassi, I just flew down the stairs, and they said to me, "Oh, why are you going?" Because I had to leave before. And she said, "Why are you going? You are a devotee." And then I was afraid, you know, I thought, oh, now they want to catch me. But because I'm not a devotee, so how possible? They say to me, okay. Then when we drove home, it was 8 hours because we visited Berlin and we had to go to the south again. And I read this Bhagavad Gita, only the introduction of the Bhagavad Gita. And normally I would not do that. I don't write into the books, but I had one pen, and I was underlining every line, almost every line, because it was so amazing. Then coming home, putting the Bhagavad Gita in the shelf for 12 years. Actually, once a year, I opened this Bhagavad Gita, and I didn't know why. It was just led. I was led to the shelf to open it. It's not like, oh, now I have problems, and now I go to the holy literature. It was not like that. It was just I was led by them. Then, so I opened the Bhagavad Gita, said, that's it, but don't ask me what. I don't understand anything. And that was 12 years like this, once a year or twice a year. When I was some down, then it was like this. And 1995, I was already married, and I was already going to divorce. Actually, it was already made, the divorce, not officially, but between my husband and me, we divorced. And my children were 3 and 5 years old, or our children. And that time I was thinking, where to, now they come at 5, 6, now they come in school, where to give my children into school? In which hand I give my children into school? I mean, in which hand I have to give my children. You know, I was very worried. I was not worried about me, in which hand I am going. I am being also, but I was worried about in which hand my children are going. And I have to say one thing of my childhood. It will make a circle to my point, which I want to tell. I was raised from outside normal, but from inside was not normal. I mean, other people, they experience very much heavy things. I didn't, it was not this kind of, but it was like this neglecting thing, you know, neglected. And this is through my whole life. And I want to come to this verse, Tatenu Kampam Susamikshemano. I was neglected in my childhood, even, and I was very happy person. Still, I am quite happy person. And but from outside, my whole life, like not from everyone, because many people like this happiness, but from enough amount of people or important people, or you know, who they what I want to say, yeah, they neglected me. They couldn't handle this happiness. So they tried to cut me, you know, they saw me as an enemy because I was happy. I was working as nurse, and as nurse, as I see it, you know, to give happiness to the people because they already have so much sorrow, so I give happiness to the people. Open the door and just give happiness, because very quickly you have to close the door also. So like this. So but there was always a big amount of my colleagues who didn't like it, because the patients liked me, this relationship, but the others, they saw me as enemy because I have something more to give, what they don't have like this. But anyhow, okay, to come to the point, so yeah, so then my divorce, then at that moment when I was on the street in front of my house, and I was not praying to God because I was not raised like that. Only one prayer we had, it's called, I don't know if you know this in England or in the world, it's called, I am small, my heart is pure, no one shall live there as Christ, like as Guru, like this. I like it. This, okay, this was the only education, you know, the other thing. So I was not used to pray, but at that moment I was crying to the heavens. I was not praying to God, I was crying to the heavens, but like anything, I was at the end of everything, and I was crying to the heavens. Where are you? Where are they? Because there must be someone who is more intelligent than me, 100,000% more intelligent than me, because I'm definitely not the most intelligent, but I can see no one who is more intelligent than me. So must be someone. So at that moment, I think, yeah, I was crying for society, and I was crying for Guru. That time I could not speak, I was crying for Guru, but that was it, you know, where are they, who know something, who know the truth, because I was always interested in truth. And I was always interested in the cause of all causes, I would say today. You know, what is the cause of everything? And then I went up the stairs in my apartment, and then this light came to me, you know, not light, but like, anyhow, to make it short, this one light like a tree stem, like a stem of a tree, you know, came in my heart, like this, like whoosh, and then saying and giving me all information. Go to your shelf, take the Bhagavad Gita, in the last page, there is the address. Actually, there, and then I went there, the address was there, but not the time when they open, and also not the day when they open. But still, I got the information, Sunday, 3 o'clock. And I said, Berlin, Hare Krishna, this is 700 kilometers far. I was shouting with Krishna, scolding him. I was saying, Hare Krishna. No, I didn't say Hare Krishna. You know, I said, Berlin, this is 700. I am in the end of my day, or the end of my breath. How can I cross these 700 kilometers? But then there was another address. There was Heidelberg. That was only 70 kilometers. I said, oh, I can make this one. Then there was Friday, and then Sunday. I don't know if I make it till Sunday, you know. And then I was Friday, Saturday, then Sunday morning. Oh my God, I made it, you know, Sunday morning. Then just I went, as I was ready, I think at 11 o'clock I was there. Okay, that was this story, you know, about the light and how because the Lord, Krishna, or Guru, I don't know who, the Lord, Godhead, you know, they grabbed me always at this stage, at the very end of at the very end of my life. It was not only one time, it was 3 times. And every 3 times. And the next time to come to the schedule, 1995, then that was 1995, 12 years after I received the Bhagavad Gita. And then, from then on, every Sunday I went there, to make it short. And then 1908, I moved there with my children to one temple grounds. I was living there for 2.5 years on the temple grounds. I would not recommend this to families and mothers with children or families with children together with brahmacharis. I would not recommend, because this is a different vibration, different movement, and this is a like little bit, this is another thing, because family needs this and students running here and there. So anyhow, it was perfect. And then, but I left now 2099, things happened, blew like this. And I left 2001, this ISKCON, or 2002, this ISKCON community. Actually, I was then 6 years in ISKCON, and I needed 8 years to get rid of this false science, false philosophy, some mistakes in the philosophy. I had to get rid of this. 8 years, 6 years I was there, 8 years I still recognize that the impressions came in my heart, had been coming in my heart, and I had to again clean it to get the right philosophy. So I said to my guru, you have either me or you have, I have to pay the double price, because already impressions, because when you come from the desert in an oasis, then you take everything inside. It goes just everything inside. And that's for something I'm very, very grateful that Krishna put me there, saved my life all the time. But nothing but to a certain point, and then the other thing, so that makes me to go further. And and then I left 2001, I left ISKCON, then 2002, and I had 2-3 terrible years, because without shelter, And but I don't compromise this philosophy because I like the truth of what I got from Swami Prabhupada, and I couldn't find it in the practice, like Sri Upadishamrita. I couldn't find it in the practice, like verse 5 and like this. Okay, and then, to make it short, 2005, 3 years later, I was at the same end of my life, because I was thinking, you know, because I made so much, you know, I devoted my devotion always to the wrong people. And this is another point, to the wrong people. And to everyone and to the devotees like this, to the Hare Krishnas here and there, to the authorities. I was so much simple-hearted, devoted, and I want to keep this simple-heartedness, definitely. But I devoted this and in the end I was disappointed. I got disappointed. And coming to Sri Gurudeva, what I have in the ear, what he's giving to me, to us. So, but at the 2005, then how much time I do have, please?
We have about 10 minutes.
Okay. So I wanted to tell my life a little bit to bring it in the point with Gurudev's teachings or his impression. So so in 2000, I came and was so humble to these ISKCON devotees, and they said to me, or devotees from ISKCON, some devotees from ISKCON, and said, please, you know, and they said many more things which never existed. They said to me, and I said, okay, you don't accept me, no, can I have some books to distribute on what, Christmas time? They said, no, you can't. And I say, and then I thought, oh my God, then my life is useless without seva, without anything, without no one and anything, without guru, without seva, my life is useless. Then I wanted to finish my life, you know, not really, but this came in me. I was very worried about this thought. I thought, no, you go in the kitchen and cook something, you know, cooking something, good thing, do good thing. I went in the kitchen at the same moment. I went out of I wanted to cook, but Krishna wanted me to grab the phone and call someone. I didn't call him, but Krishna called this person, and he spoke to me for 1 hour, and I was crying for 1 hour. And he said, you know what, in 2 weeks, a preacher of Sri Gurudeva is coming to just next to you, just 8 kilometers next to you, and please come. I said, yes, of course I come. So that was this how, you know, and then coming to Gurudev, I got his books. Oh, I will never make it in this 10 minutes. What do I want to say? So when I had a condition, when I came, then that was 2005 in January. Then in Eastern, something March, April, I met, and there was a sannyasi preacher coming, and because I was again crying for 3 days, somehow listening and crying, he was asking me, do you cry or do you listen? So he made me sure, and I listened, but I also cried. So we had, because I was feeling happy on the one side, and on the other side I was feeling very cheated also, and that I devoted my life, anyhow. And then, but he was a little bit sentimental, because I could feel that he was touched by my crying, because maybe if so much studying, then you forget to cry somehow. So it was vibrating in him something like this. So I met this, I recognized, observed this impression. Okay, so in the back, you know, after also. And then I met Srila Bon Maharaj coming, another sannyasi, you know, and he was looking to me very strict, you know, I have to save you. I have to save you like this, not speaking, not speaking at all. It was everything, when Krishna came with this light, it was mute. Information was there, but mute. And my whole life was mute. And until now it is mute. And then with his eyes, one Maharaj says, I have to save you. I have to help you like this, but very strict, not sentimental at all. Then I took initiation I received initiation from Srila, again 2 months later. We went to Holland Festival, European Festival. I received initiation, but before that, it was like this. I said, I have to speak with Gurudev. I mean, he doesn't know me, I don't know him, so he has to speak with me. And then, but I was on a hill, and the time passed. I was like paralyzed, because he said, I will not meet him. I will not meet him. And tomorrow I will not get initiation like this, completely paralyzed. And I said, how possible this can be my Gurudev? If I don't speak with him, he don't speak with me. So in the evening at 11 p.m., I was cleaning all the tables with 3 persons. We were cleaning all the tables. And then one devotee, and I said, I have to speak with Gurudev, and I have to speak with that devotee, where I cried 3 days, and he was by my side a little bit 3 days, And I was with these two, this is my condition. So at 11, everyone was in bed, and also these 3 sleepers, me, was also gone, only me. And I was like, tomorrow's initiation, but without me, because my condition was not, fulfilled. Then who walked by? That was that very devotee, who was brahmachari, that walked by. And I said, Hare Krishna, you stop here. Again, I cried. I said, da, 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 and so on. He said, oh, no problem. I register you, and everything is okay. I said, and this idea with Gurudev was gone. Later, I understood why his Gurudev, this is a gift of Gurudev, but mute gift. He said, I know your desire. I know your conditions. I knew your conditions, and I fulfilled your condition, but in my way, not in your way. And like this. And when I met Srila Gurudev, I just felt peace. And I was thinking, oh my God, now I meet this Gurudev, which I decided he will be my Gurudev, because with his commentary in the book, The Essence of All Advice, he gave his commentary to Swami Prabhupada's commentary. And that was this book where I wrote inside all question mark, this is not done, this is not practiced like this. And the first thing before I met anyone, this book has been given not like this, but from up like this. Here, this book you need like this. This God, this Guru, this giving like this. He knows all the time. He's accompanying us forever, But now coming in person, what a gift is this? And coming in knowledge with perfect knowledge. And not only the perfect knowledge, but the perfect example. So to wind it up, because I don't find an end, to wind it up, now I interrupted myself. I can round it up in one point I can make. So I thought, my God, why am I not in excitement, when I see my Gurudev, who I already decided he will be my Guru out of the book, then there were 800 devotees, I in the middle, and I thought, I want to be, this is my nature to be happy and this, but I was completely peaceful. Am I cool or what's going on? How cold-hearted, But then I was, I'm just peaceful like anything, This is my shelter. Sri Gurudev is my shelter, completely. I couldn't thinking this at this time, only in the back after I can speak like this, And what I want to say, because then new society, and not new society, that society, Hare Krishna, new second is society. And then again, I recognized same little bit, not same, but little bit similar condition. Then I realized later, I realized it's not about a name of institution. This institution, before I was in ISKCON, you know, now then it's not about the institution. It's just the condition of life, the contamination of the life that it makes like this. And by our Gurudev, he has really so much love for everyone. And he said, you don't have to fight this fight with ISKCON. You don't have to fight. I will fight. Maybe he said, I will fight. But actually with his mouth, it comes completely different. I will do this fight. You don't fight, he said. I will make it clear, something like this. I will make it clear the point with this ISKCON and with what is Krishna consciousness like this. I will make it clear. And this was such a burden, you know, we have to preach in ISKCON, you know. And then by Gurudev, it took me many years to also, then I said, okay, to wind it up, who is preaching, you know? The Acharya Guru is preaching. Just today, I heard a class of Srila Bon Maharaj. He said the first Guru, he spoke to Guru Kulis, he said the first Guru is Guru Mata. She learns you walking and she's feeding you. The second Guru is Guru Pita. He is getting all the ingredients from the market to feed you and to nourish you. And the third Guru is Acharya Guru. You know, this is a big step, you know. But in India, they say the parents are like God. And this is true, you know, and Guru is like God. I mean, not getting into details. And the mercy of God, definitely. And so this Mata, Pita, and then Acharya, you know, it's nothing in between. So at one point I want to say to really come to the end, it may shock you a little bit because you're talking so much about brothers and sisters. This is true. And I'm really also appreciate that everyone is, that I can listen from you all. The Gurudev, Srila Gurudev, Narayan Goswami Maharaj, he said so much, so often, or he said, he made it very clear. He said, don't make new brothers and new sisters. He said, you came to me, you left everything behind you, your family, your brothers and sisters, your many things you left behind me. Don't make new brothers and sisters. So how to handle, at the same point, he's saying, give love and affection. And then I made the point with the sentimental preacher and Srila Bon Maharaj, who was not sentimental at all. And when I met him in 2006, I was 1 year in India. He saw me at the beginning, and he was on that side. I was on this side on the veranda, and he, because he knows past, present, and future. And I had I had a hard time in India for 1 year. I had a hard time, and he knew that. And Gurudev Narayan Maharaj, who knew that, you know, this person who invited me to go to India, he said, Gurudev, do you give your stamp? You know, she's coming. And Gurudev, not looking to me, just looking to that person who invited me, he said to her, why do you ask me, you know, for the stamp, you know? Then you can say, Gurudev said, Gurudev said, you know, and then we are in their pocket, you know. When Gurudev say, you tell, I put you in my pocket, I steal your heart and put it in my pocket. But actually and this is true, but the same words and the same when what is the word? I experienced that I was always, because of my stupidness, that my devotion was not to straight ahead to Guru, you know, Guru Mata, Guru Pita, Guru Acharya, not straight ahead to the Acharya. I always ended up in the pockets of someone, some institution, some group, some ashram, some like this. So to really round it up now, coming to an end, just to meditate on it. What did he mean? Like, don't make new brothers and sisters. And, you know, we give Dandavat Pranam to everyone. But when I say, please do this for me, in the next second, she said, not at all, you know, she just ignores me. So what does that mean, Dandavat Pranam? We have to be very cautious about these words, you know. Dandavat Pranam is a very beautiful gesture, very powerful gesture like this. So I give my pranam to all of you. But Dandavat Pranam I give to sannyasis and to my Sri Gurudev, Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru. And I was introduced like Srimati or something, Hari Mohini Das. I have my difficulties with this because I don't want to say His grace. Okay, this is really the grace of Krishna and Guru that I am, like my name Hari Mohini Dasi. But and then I read your servant like this, your servant, okay, your servant, and Guru, no, this very, please be cautious of all these things. It's not like a floskel. It's very nice, like butter, like honey, it may go in the ears, you know, but it's actually, I didn't make good experience, and it's also not our philosophy. Hare Krishna, thank you so much for speaking. And one sentence, because Yashodhari, you said you tried to repeat what I was writing to you, that I want to preach to the whole world. No, not this. My heart lies in giving speech to everyone. Therefore, I'm so grateful for you, for this program. My heart lies in this, because we learn to sing. We practice to sing, we practice to listen in Krishna consciousness. We practice to cook, we practice to do musical instruments like this, but we hardly practice to speak. So my seva to Gurudev on this centennial was, you find on this Sankirtan not minus, but Sankirtan support.org, to give everyone a chance to speak, to practice to speak. Because I was now 25 years in contact with Krishna consciousness, and you may not believe, but this is my first time that I speak to anyone, you know. This is a little bit crazy. Actually, for half a year, I start slowly, but that was quite a challenge. But it's all of my, I didn't come to the Tateno Kampam. It's very, very important, because now we come a little mental, like this problem, that problem. But if to come to this Tateno Kampam, this gives us full freeness. We are not a victim. I am the doer. I am the doer, you know. I suffer my karma, and this is perfect lesson for me. Everything is so perfect. I don't have to control anything. It's very perfect. And if I'm not a victim of others, I have my whole power. I mean, my whole consciousness in me and in Guru. This is the thing. And there I am in the peace of Sri Gurudev, which I received from him. Hare Krishna, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Didi. I just really appreciate it, and everything that you spoke. You can tell that you're speaking from your heart. It was very beautiful. And I'm surprised that you don't speak more often. You speak so beautifully. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. Everything's just...
I want to
my God, my notifications are all going off. Didi, but I just wanted to pick up some things about you're in your Pushpanjali, and you were speaking about the light and the rays of Christians when they're speaking about receiving this light, and Srila Gurudev being that for us, and it's so beautiful. Actually, I found that very beautiful, because it's like he wraps us in his world, and he wraps us around us and looks after us, and he's like, no, I'm not gonna, no matter what happens, this it's like Gurudev said to those that wear saffron, that the saffron cloth is like the protection of Guru Varga on them, and it's like Gurudev gave that to all of us. So I'm really grateful for that, for you mentioning that, because it feels like that for me as well. And the point that you made about Krishna's feet can speak, and so does Srila Gurudev's lotus feet. And there's so many times where we just fall at Gurudev's lotus feet without having to explain anything, and he knows exactly what's happening in our hearts. He knows that all the time. So we're really fortunate to be in a position where we don't have to say anything and he knows everything, you know. We're really, really lucky for that. And from what I'm hearing from your history, it seems like Gurudev's always had held on to your hand throughout your whole journey. And it just happened to be that later on he revealed himself more to you. But it seems like he was holding your hand throughout this whole process. And it's easy to look back on things later than in the moment, you know. We realize more now that, oh, what we had than when we're in that moment. Even in Gurudev used to say, even in Navadvip Parikrama, or when you used to go on any parikrama, he used to say that you may not feel the effect now, but when you go back to your countries, you will realize what you've been given. So it's like this with him. It was like this with him.
Eternal presence. It's out of space and time, yeah.
Yeah, exactly that. So thank you so much, Didi, for coming on and sharing. Really, really appreciate it. Ishwarananda Prabhu, did you want to say something?
Yes, I don't know how you realized, but I did. I want to ask a question, actually. Didi, that was a beautiful Pushpanjali, very heartfelt, very powerful. There's one element of it that I wanted to clarify because I wanted to make sure we didn't misunderstand it. So I'm going to put it in my own words, and I'd like you to correct me if I've misunderstood what you said. You said we've not come here to for more brothers and sisters. And what I interpret that as is you're taking a Gurudev instruction that we must make sure that in our relationships, the number one, the monogamous relationship, the loyalty is with him and his truth. And we should never be devoured by the trappings of institutions or the trappings of exploitative relationships, or exploiting or being exploited. And we must be true to him, number one. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't be sharing love and affection amongst our fellow men and women, but it means that we must understand where the flow of Kwanini Shakti is coming from and how to then dispense it. Is that the correct understanding?
Yes, please.
Okay, great. Thank you. Very beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharananda Prabhu. So now we're just flying over to the US. They've patiently been waiting, and